That morning, the sky was calm. None of us knew what was coming. We laughed and talked as if everything was normal. Through the window, the mountains were white and immense. I couldn't look away. The clouds came, and the sound of the wind slowly showed us fear. The pilot checked the instruments, and his silence made everything heavier. The wings trembled, and I felt my heartbeat in my chest. I held my friend's hand, the only thing that could calm me. Light broke through the clouds, and suddenly the world went dark. The sound of impact, snow, and screams all collided together. When I came to, there was only wind and silence, and the mountains. I woke up in the snow. Every breath was difficult. Everyone was screaming, but there was no answer, only fear and silence. The wreck was still warm, but we were freezing. We had to save ourselves. Half the plane was gone, and the wind cut like a blade. I sat beside the others. I couldn't believe I was still alive. The first night we just shivered. There was nothing but cold. Snow reached our knees, and the silence made everything heavier. The next morning, we searched for something to eat. There was nothing. I screamed for help, but the mountains just returned my voice. That night, I looked at the stars, my breath steaming in the air. It was early morning. Snow covered everything. There was no way out. I looked at my friends, their faces cold and exhausted. The radio was broken. No news from outside. We checked the maps, but every route seemed impossible. The wind blew. Some started crying. We were all tired and hopeless. Days passed, and the snow slowly covered everything. We had a few pieces of chocolate. Everyone ate carefully. Snow fell heavily, and hunger grew with every moment. I looked around, everything frozen and still. We have to make a difficult decision about whether to eat the bodies of passengers to stay alive. It was heavy silence. Everyone had their heads down. I whispered, we just had to survive. Snow poured outside, and our breaths came fast. Our faces were cold and wet, but we kept moving. At night, there was only silence, and we were still alive. Every small movement sparked a tiny hope. Days passed, and our bodies grew weaker. One of the passengers gave us small pieces of flesh from the corpses to stay alive. A storm came, and the wreck shook. Snow covered everything. That night, I looked at the sky and prayed that someone would find us. The morning after the storm, snow lay over the wreck. We were still breathing. We decided to move. We had to survive. We packed our supplies and got ready to go. With every step, the snow grew deeper and the wind stronger, but we moved forward. At night, we camped. A small fire burned in the storm. Next morning, the snow glistened, and we were gasping from exhaustion. I saw human footprints, hope lit up in all of us. The mountains were vast and merciless, but we descended. We reached a river. The water was cold, but we kept going. One of us fell. I helped him get up. From a distance, someone saw us. My heart was racing. I shouted and waved. They noticed us. That person ran to bring help. We couldn't believe it. At night, we waited. Our breaths grew calmer. Next morning, the sound of a helicopter, our hearts leapt. A helicopter landed on the snow. The rotors stirred up the snow. We all cried and hugged each other. I sat in the helicopter, looking at the mountains. Flashback to the day of the flight. Everyone laughed, unaware. And now, we survived to rediscover the meaning of life.